Good morning, student. I am Devin Chaturvedi, your math teacher, and today I am continuing your new chapter Ratio, Proportion, and Unitary Method. In this chapter, we have to start the topic ratio. So, student, in ratio, we have to compare two or more quantities of same kind, not different kind. For example, you have to compare 100 centimeter to 20 centimeter. This is the same quantity, means both having same unit. 1 meter and 25 centimeter. We not compare. We have to compare two or more quantities of same kind. Here the units we differ. So second point, the different terms in a ratio are separated by colon sign. This is the symbol of colon. This is called first term, this is second term. The first term is called antecedent and the second term is called consequent. This is called antecedent and second term is called consequent. So a ratio having two terms, first term is antecedent and second is consequent. Now the properties of ratio I have discussed earlier. All quantities in a ratio should be the same kind and same unit, not different unit. The second property is a ratio is a pure number. It does not have a unit. Means any ratio having no unit. Next property is three centimeter ratio 5 centimeter or 3 centimeter over 5 centimeter, because ratio can be written as fraction form. So it is called 3 over 5 or 3 ratio 5. So a ratio has no unit. This is proved. Now next property, simplest form of a ratio. How can we find the simplest form of a ratio? When the HCF of both terms means antecedent and consequent is 1. For example, 15 ratio 20. Write in its simplest form. So we can note down 15 or 20, but HCF of 15 and 20 be 5. So we divide both term by its HCF. You got 3 over 4 or 3 ratio 4. So the simplest form of 15 is to 20 is equal to 3 is to 4. Now the HCF of 3 and 4 be 1. The next property of a ratio you can understand with an example. If we multiply both term of a ratio with the same number, if we multiply the both term of a ratio with the same number or divide by the same number, the ratio remains the same. or equivalent ratio. We have to find an equivalent ratio, so we should multiply or divide by the given ratio with the same number. Students, now the next property of ratio, increase or decrease ratio. How can we find the given ratio is increase or decrease? So find the increase or decrease ratio. You have to find the old value over new value. This is the formula to find the increase or decrease ratio. The next property is multiplying factor. How can we find the multiplying factor of a ratio? This is just reverse of the increase or decrease ratio. The new value upon old value. Example, in ratio 2:3, how can we judge the increase or decrease value or multiplying factor? So the quantity increase in the ratio. This is the first term, antecedent, or we have to take A ratio B. Whenever A is smaller than B, means antecedent is less than the new value, that of the consequent. The multiplying factor, this is increased value, so multiplying factor is just opposite of this one, 3:2. Or if antecedent is greater than consequent, means A is greater than B, so the multiplying factor will 2:3. Just reverse their order. By this we can understand the increase or decrease ratio with multiplying factor. So student, these are such properties of ratio we have discussed, and in next video I will introduce you the next part, proportion. If you have faced some difficulty in this part to solve ratio, we will discuss in our live classes as well. Now, thank you very much.